Tales from Little Glebe Acres, December 2020. As December rolls on, I do a little bit of training with Mena in the round pen before the bad weather gets here. I'm trying to encourage going round one way, stopping, and then going round the other way. And then, just as we thought, the bad weather turns up. Luke's fire pit starts to fill up to be Luke's pond. The river starts to fill up, almost bursting its banks. And the field next door starts to flood. And the poor old oak tree is sat in a ditch full of water. Apache's foot, although I thought it was healed, seems to be getting worse again, so we take him in and call out the vet. Turns out he's got an abscess in his hoof. In addition to the COVID-19 pandemic, we're hit with an epidemic of avian flu, so all the birds need to be kept under cover. So, before we put them away for an indeterminate amount of time, we clean out their shed. Once the chickens are sorted, we move the ducks over to a new enclosure. This section could just as easily be titled A Comedy of Errors. I decide we need to fetch the trailer out of the field where the Herdwicks were, so I take the RAV round and attach it to the trailer, where I promptly stall it. Because we can't stop the RAV, I need to take the Skoda in to jump start it. After a bit of going backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards and sideways, it becomes apparent that I'm not going anywhere fast. Meanwhile, Jane takes the Skoda out but gets it stuck. I then have a go at getting it out using a combination of forward and reverse gears, apart from I kept going forward in first, and then rather than reverse I kept sticking it in six and stalling, and then I'm again cussing because I thought reverse gear had broken. Anyway, after a bit of faffing, I get the Skoda out and all is well, and head back to the RAV, where we hit upon the bright idea, which we should have done at first: put it on a carpet, let the RAV get some traction, and we'll drive out a piece of cake. And it did. I suppose the moral of the story, the lesson to be learnt, is before you jump in with four-wheel drive, think about the carpet. Anyway, as you can see from the mess we made with the cars, the field's really boggy and sopping, so we brought the sheep in to keep the feet dry and just to stop them churning up the field and killing all the grass. The orchard really wasn't fit for anything as it was flooded, so we brought the three baby girls in first, to be followed by their mums. Howie and Apache are already in, and we're bringing the sheep round. It made it just so much easier, everything all together. I didn't have to spend the days traipsing through mud. Once Apache's foot was better, we take the ponies out for a bit of a run round during the day, but we bring them back in at night. We were thinking about making some new hay racks out of the pallets, but I stumbled upon this in the hedge and I thought, why not give this a go? This is the new hay rack made out of the old, I think it was a bed frame, not sure.
Bed.
Of course, with bringing the ponies in at night, awful lot of stable cleaning and poo to pick up.
Filming Dave through the assault course. Thinking about setting up ninja warriors near next year. Whoops. Over the obstacles. Watching out for sharp objects. Nails. Snakes. Sure a snake's sharp. So this glorious pile of poo is going to be the potato patch. So just over there in the background you can see the carpet. That's where we had the rally disaster. We got 3 cars stuck. Well no, 2 cars and a trailer stuck. So that carpet, you can see all the tracks across, that's how wet it's been. We've got to drag that carpet back over here and cover this, so hopefully we'll then be able to grow some potatoes in it. And Dave's obviously just adding the horse poo.
And just for information, Jane didn't drag the carpet all over on her own, I did help. Jane saw an advert on the Leicester Longwool's Facebook page, so she sent a picture in to join in their Christmas photograph competition. I can't think who that naughty little elf is hiding amongst Jane's sheep. And if you just think a year ago, these sheep were terrified of us. The hens are getting used to being confined, but they're not laying quite as many eggs as they used to. The ducks seem to be doing okay, their enclosure is getting absolutely filthy. But they're still laying and they still seem happy. I've put a new gate onto the pigsty, into the little pen, to keep them out because the outside bit was getting really messed up and muddy. And quite surprisingly, the front is still stood standing. We pumped the water out of this trough into the trough in the field not long ago, but with all this rain and snow we've been having, this trough has filled up really quite quickly. So I had a quick word with Mr. Heath Robinson and this is what we came up with. And the year does indeed turn round, as they say. Or on this occasion, as they sing.